Today I want to talk about the most accurate Bible translation. And I want to look at Haggai chapter 2, verse 9. It says, V'makom, in this place, hazeh, makom hazeh, etain, I will give shalom. And of course it's referring not just to the second temple, but also to the one who would come and say, tear down this temple, and on the third day I will raise it up. And this is in Malachi 3:1 also, where the Lord Ha'adon, whom you seek, will suddenly come to his temple. And the parochet was torn before Erev Shabbat, and the temple was raised on Yom Rishon, Yom HaRishon, and the bris of my shalom shall not be removed, it says. You can't take this piece away, because this piece is reserved in heaven for you. And you say, what has all that got to do with the most accurate Bible translation? Well, listen, you have to walk a straight path in a crooked world, in a very crooked world. And how can a crooked reader judge a straight book? This word orthodoxos, omicron, rho, theta, omicron, delta, omicron, Chi, omicron, final sigma. What does it mean? It means straight doctrine. Straight doctrine. And if a book is straight, but the reader is crooked, then you have latent Western anti-Semitism. And so how can you, without recoiling, even if you are a self-hating Jew, read a straight book if it is a Jewish book? And I want to tell you, it wasn't written in Geneva, Switzerland by the Presbyterians. It wasn't written in the Vatican by the Catholics. It wasn't written in London by the Episcopalians. It was written by Jews. Salvation is of the Jew. And, if I go to Brighton Beach and I try to give someone love the Jewish people, sometimes they recoil from it. If I try to ask somebody to go with me down there and put a Star of David around their neck, they recoil from it. But if you do that, friend, in this place I will give shalom, musar shalomenu alav. The chastisement that brought us peace was upon him. And the jihadists clacked themselves off in their suicide vests, but it says musar shalomenu alav, the chastisement that brought us peace was upon him. In 1976, the UN General Assembly resolution was, Zionism is a form of racism and racial discrimination. Musar shalomenu alav, the chastisement that brought us peace was upon him. Adolf Eichmann, mastermind of the deportation apparatus, fueling the ovens of the extermination camps. Musar shalomenu alav. 7,000 anti-Semitic incidents under Obama's administration. Musar shalomenu alav. Persia, Iran rather, you might say. 475 BCE, Haman attempts a genocide. Musar shalomenu alav. The First Council of Nicaea fought the Aryan JWs of that day, which was good, but then they said the Jews are our adversaries. And they didn't understand. Musar shalomenu alav. The chastisement that brought us peace was upon him. 1096, the First Crusade, murders 5,000 Jews. Musar shalomenu. 1481, the Spanish Inquisition is instituted. Musar shalomenu alav. The chastisement that brought us shalom was upon him. In 1492, the Jewish people are expulsed from Spain. Musar shalomenu Alav. 1543, Luther publishes On the Jews and Their Lies. Musar Shlomeinu Alav. Set fire to their synagogues or schools, it reads. Musar Shlomeinu Alav. Their houses must be razed to the ground and destroyed. Musar Shlomeinu. Drive them out of our country like mad dogs. Musar Shlomeinu Alav. You remember the Shagets soldiers? They put the crown of thorns on his Jewish head. And many anti-Semitic Christians hand this book back to me like I'd handed them a dead rat. I say, here, take the Orthodox Jewish Bible. And they hand it back to me like it's a pigeon carcass or something. And they don't understand. Musar, Shlomeinu, Alav. This word shagets, it's a very important word. You know, the young blonde boys that were pulling the beards of the rabbis in Berlin in the 30s, that's what a shagets is. And today, when we think of the shagets, millennial, he's got his nose ring, his eyebrow ring, his lip ring, his earrings. He's got tattoos from head to toe. And he looks like a real shagets because all 10 of the commandments he's breaking. And he's doing it, flagrantly and rebelliously. And you know what? There's a shagets rebellion against the Bible. We don't want that. We don't want that. We want to be goyim. We want to be heathen. And even the Jews. We don't really want that. And you say, well, what is a shagets? Well, I think I could show you one right here. But before I do, I want you to look at this boy right here, an American boy. This is before the trauma that brought brain damage. You say, oh, maybe they didn't beat him up. What do you think they were doing over there, stupid? Studying Sunday school literature? Do you know what this guy does? You want to see a shagets? Here's a shagets right here. You know, there's a lex what is it called? An eye for an eye. Well, okay, but there's also you sow what you reap. And if we're going to be a nation that is a shagets nation, then God will raise up a shagets to lob a nuclear bomb into New York City or an EMP bomb that will take down the grid and the entire cell phone civilization of our country. This is a shagets, friend, and there's no other word for it. There's no other word for it. The Orthodox Jewish Bible, I'm not saying that it's the most accurate Bible translation. I don't know that it is, but I've worked very hard for 45 years to make it that way. And you know what? The latent Western anti-Semitism that's even in believers has to be taken out. And it has to be removed. And if God wills, he can remove you and put in your place a new creation, Muslim terrorists. Look at that verse in your Quran and understand this. Salvation is of the Jews. It's a Jewish salvation. The farther you get away from the Jewishness of it, the farther you get away from it. And you'll get to the point where you're just this laid-back guy that wants to do a little laid-back religion and be laid back. I guarantee you, guys like that don't like this Bible. They don't like it. They won't support it. They look down their nose at it. There is a latent Western anti-Semitism, friend, and it's real. And I pray to God the Lord will deliver us before the shagets takes out all of the shagets nation. Amen.